Hello friend, and welcome to the slowest sim driving channel on YouTube. We have for you a selection of Mazda races which we ran in support of Eesa, aka Dr. Pepsi, who had been injured in a cricketing accident. Wanted to cheer him up, so well, sit back and enjoy. We're starting at Northern Isle Speedway, where Ollie is on pole. We've got John Boy, McFlurry, myself and Dr. Pepsi at the back, and we are about to go for 10 minutes of driving very fast in each other's slipstreams and just looking for a move. And straight away you can see that we have cars, and those cars are quite shiny. Let's take a look at the liveries while we're starting. Ollie's made a very nice golden blue livery, very good. John Boy there in that white and black livery. McFlurry, his livery can make your eyes bleed from 1,000 paces. Good job, McFlurry. Yes, I have a cricket ball. This was actually designed by Kev Man, so thank you, Kev. And at the back, Dr. Pepsi, aka Eesa, in his signature gold. And it looks as though McFlurry blinded himself with his own livery and put himself into the barrier, so that's not great. He's going to have a lot of work to do to get to the front if he wants to be there now. I'm sure he does want to be there, but you know what I mean. Meanwhile, Ollie leading us away very well, doing a great job in first place. But he has got John Boy all over him right now. And he's not going to like that at all, because John Boy is scary at the best of times. But when he's right in your mirrors, well, that's just too much. In the background there, looks like Dr. Pepsi going for a move. It didn't quite work out, but McFlurry took it instead. McFlurry up the inside. Oh, and there goes Eesa. And lots of door bashing going on. The Grandpa Mobile down in last place. And McFlurry makes it back up into third. So good work, McFlurry. Bad work, me. Myself and Dr. Pepsi. Oh, McFlurry touching the wall again. That blocks off Dr. Pepsi, but we can't do anything about that. Or can we? That's a move for fourth place. So chopping and changing going on at the back. Let's hope everybody keeps it clean. Ollie still leading. John Boy still second. I think the issue here with myself and Dr. Pepsi is that we can't see anything because of that bright green livery in front of us. It's just it's burning away our eyes and our sanity. But once again, McFlurry touching the wall, and that's going to put Dr. Pepsi right on him, but he can't make it past. He's going to try and come underneath. Three abreast at the back. How's that going to play out? Well, that's McFlurry right around the outside once more, trying to get as much paint as he can off that car. And that's me in third, under attack. McFlurry coming through. Go on, McFlurry, you can do it. And he has in fact done it, so there you go. Very good indeed. Myself down to last. Dr. Pepsi on the move. He's not moving very far, but he's on the move. Can he get up the inside? McFlurry out wide. The tight line there does cost you some speed. And unfortunately Dr. Pepsi unable to do anything with that. I think John Boy's got to run. He's very, very close to Ollie now. Trying to go up the inside. Sending it for turn 2. And John Boy makes it into the lead. Ollie shuffled down into second. And then third because McFlurry follows him through. So Ollie had a good run for the first 4 minutes of the race, but he's been shuffled down to midfield. McFlurry wall riding like crazy. That might help Ollie, although Ollie's now under attack by Dr. Pepsi in that shiny, shiny livery. Surely Ollie must be feeling a desperate disappointment right now. It looks like he might go from pole to checkered flag in first place, but never mind. McFlurry takes the lead. He just swept past John Boy. Don't know if John Boy just messed up his braking there or what, but McFlurry was unstoppable through there. And so from last to first, McFlurry goes, and Ollie goes from first to last. So, wow, that's good for one, bad for the other. Ollie would move up the inside of the Grandpa Mobile, makes that stick, does he? Maybe? Possibly? Yes. Yes, he does. Good work, Ollie. We're going to come back at him. Or are we? We're going up the inside. Ollie out very, very wide, touching the barrier. Nice to keep it ahead there. Oh, but that was a big impact on the barrier on the straight there. So Ollie goes down to the last place. Oh, he's coming back. Ollie's tenacious today. What's he been eating? Got Dr. Pepsi there, giving a nice slipstream. Oh, getting out wide. Oh no. Eesa, we wanted to cheer you up, but instead we murdered you. Oh, sad feels. But back to the racing anyway. And John Boy right on the back of McFlurry. Ollie right in the back of John Boy. In fact, Ollie looks like he's going for the move. Ollie trying to get up the inside of John Boy. And he's done it. Ollie's through into second place. Good work, Ollie. John Boy not used to being down in a position that's not first, so he'll be wondering what the heck's going on. Have we got a run on John Boy? Perhaps not. John Boy looking very menacingly close to Ollie's car. Perhaps a way through here, perhaps not. I'm going to go with the not. McFlurry doing his best to command the pace of this race. Where's Dr. Pepsi? Oh, he's about half a lap back, so it's all gone wrong for him with that barrier. I'm sorry we couldn't save you, but there you go. There's more races, maybe you'll do better in one of those. For now, Ollie all over the back of McFlurry. He wants his lead back. He's looking quick. Behind John Boy, just going down to fourth place, which nobody expects. But you know, Grandpa Goes Gaming, powered by cricket balls. Meanwhile, oh, Ollie's got a penalty. That's not great. That'll be for hitting the barrier too hard. That could see him down in fourth place. I think it will, because John Boy's very, very close. We go third and fourth, not quite back into the clutches of Dr. Pepsi. But Ollie with a lot of work to do. Meanwhile, there's a Grandpa in the lead. I think McFlurry may have had a penalty as well. So, drink it in. It's one of those rare moments. In fact, it's actually quite a decent lead there. So, not taking long just to appreciate that. John Boy in second. Oh, Dr. Pepsi and Ollie fighting at the back there. So, Dr. Pepsi has caught up a little bit. In fact, Dr. Pepsi almost up with McFlurry at the moment. There he is. So Dr. Pepsi getting a wiggle on, as they say. Less than a minute to go, and this could be a very, very rare Grandpa win. If it is, then wow. And if not, then meh. John Boy is on the hunt, getting closer and closer. Let's not rule him out. He's a very, very fast driver, frighteningly fast sometimes. We've got 2 laps to go in this race, and John Boy looking for a way around, looking for a way into the lead. He knows he's got it in him, it's just where to do it. And Ollie, I think, has had an accident. He's hit the barrier hard, and he's gone very, very far back as John Boy takes the lead of the race, as we expected him to, because nobody in a Miata wants to be beaten by Cricket Ball. I try and come back underneath him, but this is the final lap. Only one more corner to go, and we've got John Boy on the outside of the track. McFlurry trying to come up the inside, and there we go, it's Grandpa win. John Boy second, McFlurry third, Dr. Pepsi fourth, and Ollie. And we go from there to Blue Moon Speedway for another 10 minutes of round and roundness. We've got McFlurry leading us away in his Eyebleeder, and John Boy, Ollie, Dr. Pepsi, and myself where I belong, right at the back and out of the way. Car speed away. Looks like John Boy's got a really good run on McFlurry, but this first corner is a real killer if you get it wrong. Looks down, McFlurry was a little bit unsure of which line he was taking through there. and I think that's cost him. I think John Boy's got right in the back of him as a result. Speaking of right in the back of him, Dr. Pepsi all over Ollie right now. They're going too wide through here at the back. Myself and Dr. Pepsi. Dr. Pepsi having to look in his mirrors for a moment there to figure out what was happening behind him, rather than looking at the attack he could have had at the front. But Ollie sweeps in second place. Good work, Ollie. Getting past John Boy. These Mazdas so much fun to drive. John Boy right on Ollie's rear bumper. Is he going to go for a move into that big braking zone for turn 1? That's where I'd do it. Certainly where I'd send it, but I think Ollie had too much of a slipstream on McFlurry and used it to take the lead of this race. It was a grand overtake, nice and clean. And now McFlurry has got John Boy to deal with. It looks as though Ollie got a decent drive out of that corner, and that could perhaps buy him a little bit of time. But oh, there's some bump drafting going on. Careful in those corners, gentlemen. It can be a little bit sketchy. We're coming through there in a completely different line. Don't think anybody did the circuit guide before doing this. McFlurry into the lead again. He's through past Ollie. Can Ollie come back underneath him and to retake the lead? He's certainly having a go. But not quite at this time. So Ollie dips back into McFlurry's slipstream. And once again, we're going to go down to the first corner. Ollie maybe going for a repeat. He's already stepped out of McFlurry's slipstream. Can he brake later? I think he did brake later, but then John Boy gave him for a little bit of a nudge and actually helped John Boy out, McFlurry out rather. John Boy himself was able to get past through and Ollie down into third place. Unlucky. Ollie's done a lot of work and he's had it taken away from him again, but that's the way it goes. Now it's time to just put your head down, focus and get back on with it. At the front, John Boy was having a look at McFlurry there. It didn't quite pay off, but he's hungry and he wants to devour that first place car. Although I wouldn't eat anything that green personally, but there we go. John Boy through into the lead, but it's got that long, hard braking zone coming up where McFlurry could get him back. Here he goes, jump into the inside. No, McFlurry bails on that. Oh, John Boy out very, very wide, very hard into that barrier. Somehow getting away without getting a penalty. We've lost a car, we've lost Dr. Pepsi. We've lost him to a connection issue. Ah, you try and cheer people up. First of all they crash and then they lose connection. What can you say? Anyway, Ollie on the attack against McFlurry. Oh, it's pushing McFlurry there. As we go back towards the start-finish line. No shortage of action in this race, and Ollie seems to be providing a lot of it. McFlurry closing in on John Boy as we approach that braking zone for turn 1. McFlurry's gone into the lead. There's Ollie behind as well. He's looking for a way through with the slipstream. Didn't quite happen. In fact, Ollie losing the back end slightly there. Under braking. John Boy back into the lead though. Ollie follows him through. McFlurry shuffled down into third. That's unfortunate for McFlurry, but Ollie takes the lead of the race. Ollie doing a great job in these Mazdas, unlike somebody who's been last for most of this race. Because McFlurry up the inside of John Boy, gets it done. It's up right behind John Boy, right behind Ollie rather, sorry. Can't work out this camera angle how close the cars are, but I think McFlurry feels he's close enough for the pass. He is. McFlurry through into the lead. John Boy suddenly last. He won't want to be there. He won't like that at all. And there's a grandpa in the lead. Something else nobody saw, but it won't last very long because John Boy, I said he wouldn't like it, and he's just swept through into first place. Just like that, no trouble. can the rest of us catch him and get him and mug him? Just wait and see. We've got Ollie coming underneath myself. Is he going to make that happen? He's got plenty of corners just here to do it. Yeah, he's done it. I was trying to get the inside of John Boy as well. A little bit opportunist. Didn't quite work out. But if he can stay where he is now, perhaps he can get John Boy into the first corner. Although Ollie losing out all of a sudden to a high-speed grandpa. Well, it's me, so it's a moderate speed grandpa. Couldn't quite do anything with that. McFlurry goes through into second. Too much going on. Far too much going on. Looks like Ollie there sizing up on the grandpa mobile for a pass into the first corner. He's going to go for it. He's not going to go for it. He's backed off a little bit. Get a little bit more speed through there than McFlurry, so that's up to second. Nice. Oh, we're all into each other. Oh, that's the end of the grandpa. That is out of bounds. Ollie up there seems to be annoyed at himself for that. McFlurry, he's dropped back a long way. And John Boy managed to avoid all of that and got away with it scot-free. Whoever scot-free is. So all John Boy has to do is just bring it home, cross the line, and that is a victory for John Boy. Something I'm so used to saying on this channel that it just comes completely naturally. Behind him, McFlurry brings it home in second. A wounded grandpa in third. And Ollie wondering where it all went wrong. Sorry, Ollie. Onward to Daytona, where Chimp Chaser sits on pole. Then John Boy, Ollie, McFlurry, myself, Dr. Pepsi, Bud, and Wisecoat 2, who incidentally has the wrong car. So we are away for 10 minutes under the stars, although I think it's overcast because it's not very starry. Oh, it is a little bit. John Boy chasing Chimp Chaser, who's been chasing chimps, that's how he's so fast. Ollie in third, all over the back of John Boy already, so Ollie's got a great start. McFlurry just holding off myself and Dr. Pepsi, also Bud back there as well. And this track, sure it's only 3 corners, but it's a little bit more technical than the other two. The banking's higher, the car's got more unstable. What's happening up here at the front? We're simply going too wide through a corner. What are we doing? That's what we're doing. We're overtaking Chimp Chaser with John Boy. And there's McFlurry also trying to come through. He's using John Boy's slipstream to his advantage. A little bit of bumping going on there, and that allows McFlurry to get a bit of a boost. Ollie into third, looking for second. There it is. He's found it. Now we're 3 wide. This is scary. Let's all be as careful as we can. McFlurry making sparks, or wall riding, as we technically refer to it. But John Boy has the lead of this race. So John Boy, a man on a mission, buoyed by his result in the previous race. And he's getting a bit of a bump draft there from McFlurry, who clearly wants to share in that success. Bud sweeps through to first, up the inside. He's being followed by Ollie. Ollie looking a little bit unstable there, very close to the apron. And Ollie's going to come under pressure from Chimp Chaser. Oh no, McFlurry! McFlurry just got Chimp Chaser. Okay, in one of those races where the track's so wide and everyone's so close together, you don't want to be calling it. Where did John Boy go? John Boy's 7th. The pack here is so tight, he just got fed to the back of it. Gives you an idea of how it could all just go horribly wrong in a moment's notice. Still Bud leads with Ollie in second. Ollie potentially looking for a way past, but it's McFlurry who makes the move. McFlurry's going for first place. He got the slipstream and now he's got the lead. So McFlurry with that car that everyone can see whether the headlights are on or not, in first place. Bud's going to try and come back at him. Bud's got the inside. McFlurry makes it as tight a squeeze as possible while keeping it fair. And look at Ollie. He's just trying to put his car in that gap between McFlurry and Bud, and does so. Bud gets shoved back a little bit. Oh, okay, there's lots going on here. And somebody is a long way back. I think somebody got reset. That's Dr. Pepsi. Oh, Dr. Pepsi, here we are, trying to cheer you up. And in race 1 you crashed, and in race 2 you get a connection issue, and in race 3 you get reset. What is going on? McFlurry leads the way. Ollie under pressure from Bud, so Ollie's going to go for the lead, try and put McFlurry between himself and Bud. Can't quite do it just there. We've got Chimp Chaser coming up behind. Chimp Chaser is going around the outside of Bud. Has he done it? He's not. Meanwhile, first and second side by side. Ollie looking for the lead. McFlurry trying to hang on to it. And Chimp Chaser there just nudging McFlurry through. Very kind of him. Very polite. And then in all of that, Chimp Chaser just sneaks into the lead. So Chimp Chaser was a man with a plan. Bud bumping Chimp Chaser along. And McFlurry relegated to third, but still with Ollie for company. So you can feel free to try to keep up with this race. I don't think I can keep up with it. If you like, you can mute your TV now and just make your own commentary, because I have no idea what's going on. We've got Dr. Pepsi in the pit, so Dr. Pepsi feeling that he's not got the fuel to get to the end of the race. Fuel hasn't been an issue before, but these cars going flat out in a big way to the end of the race. And Dr. Pepsi there, perhaps he could have got away with that. I think he might have panicked a little bit, but we'll see. We'll see how that transpires later on. Where's he going to come out? I think he might even get lapped. No, I don't think that was the best of moves, but we'll see. Oh, Chimp Chaser there, getting rubbed a little bit from behind by Bud. That made the back end of the car a little bit unstable. Managed to hold it, but it's put McFlurry and Ollie right on them. Can McFlurry find a way through? He's looking high. Going to look low? No, he's not going to look low, so he's done looking for now. And, oh, there we go. Bud suddenly steps out of the slipstream. I think he lost the back end. He's come back into it again, but that front four dueling like crazy. In fact, McFlurry's just lost out to Ollie, so I wonder if it was McFlurry bumping into Bud that caused Bud to lose the back end. Chimp Chaser purple, so he's having a bit of a push from behind. From the Budmobile. Ollie sticking with them. All the drivers now all looking at their fuel gauges and thinking, well, if Dr. Pepsi pitted, do we have to pit? And do they, is the question. Here is the pit lane. I'm going to be peeling off. Anyone want some fuel? No? Okay, let's carry on then. Chimp Chaser leading the way, and there's Ollie setting the fastest lap of the race. Chimp Chaser had it for a split second, but Ollie on the move. Here he is, right behind Bud. He's been trying and trying. He's desperate for a win. Is this going to be Ollie's moment? He still can't find a way around. And it looks as though Chimp Chaser and Bud are just bump drafting their way away from this. Meanwhile, the group have fallen a long way back. Myself, McFlurry, John Boy. Is this a fuel saving group? If this is a fuel saving group, then this group at the front might be in a spot of bother. We'll have to wait and see. There's only 2 minutes and 10 until we start the final lap. So they could be okay. Nobody looking like they want to pit just yet. And oh, Chimp Chaser. Back end stepped out. That pushed Bud back a little bit to give Ollie a little bit more momentum. And Ollie now pushing for the lead. Oh, but pushed out wide. So Ollie losing pace there as he was ejected quite forcefully from that battle at the front. Chimp Chaser and Bud obviously wanting to just play with each other, and no one else is invited. Never mind. And once Ollie can go play with himself, but I mean, you know where I was going with that analogy. Ollie can push on and hopefully catch up. So here come the leaders, and they're crossing the line. Chim Chaser and Bud heading into the pits. What about Ollie? Ollie's going past the pits, so Ollie's going to keep going. Only a minute left. This could be the final lap. If all 4 drivers here are fuel saving, then this could be the final lap, because it could be quite a slow lap. In which case, Bud, Chim Chaser and Dr. Pepsi have all got it wrong. We'll wait and see. It's anybody's race at the moment. In fact, this group here just catching up, so Ollie in real trouble with fuel. He knew he could have pitted, he knew he should have pitted, but if he had pitted, he'd have lost too much track position. Somehow, there's a grandpa in the lead, having saved fuel, and this could be the final lap. Let's have a look. So the best lap for the grandpa mobile is a 58-second lap. About a second down now, which makes it 59. This is it. This is the final lap, and we're sprinting for the line. But John Boy just sprints past. John Boy's got it on the line. Come on, get the slipstream. Activate turbo boost, anything. No, John Boy wins. Then myself, then McFlurry. Ollie trundles across the line in 4th. Well done, Ollie. Chim Chaser has managed to outdo Bud in the pit stops. Chim Chaser coming in 5th. They'll get the checkered flags around here somewhere, Chim Chaser, I promise you. There it is. Dr. Pepsi in 6th. And our final race is at Monza. Ollie's going to be leading us away. This is Monza without the chicane because, well, we're idiots. John Boy 2nd, then Bud, McFlurry, Dr. Pepsi, myself and Chim Chaser. Is Dr. Pepsi going to get a win to cheer him up? Let's hope so. Ollie there with a great start. He's just pulling away quite happily. Bud was a little bit slow. I think he's going to come under pressure from McFlurry to go around Curva Grande. He is. And Dr. Pepsi then right behind those two. Chim Chaser hanging on at the back. Maybe just waiting for the things to settle down. Oh no, he's not. He's going for it. He's throwing it into the chicane. Hoping for the best. Got past Dr. Pepsi. McFlurry there, a bit squirrely. What's Ollie doing? Well, Ollie's leading quite convincingly. Ollie was a little bit wide coming out of the second last mo, and I think that's going to put John Boy on him. Yeah, John Boy right on his bumper on the run to Ascari. But it still looks as though Ollie's got the braking just right, the positioning just right. No way through for John Boy there. John Boy's going to have to wait for one of the long straights such as this one before he can do anything about Ollie's lead. Here we go. The run to Curva Alberto. Is John Boy going to go for the move, or is he going to bump draft? I think he's going for the move. He's not going for the move. Okay, so John Boy not quite ready to pull the pin just yet. Oh, in fact, gets a little bit of oversteer there, has to correct. John Boy's car looking very twitchy. And Ollie manages to maintain that lead as we finish the first lap. Brilliant stuff. Who'd have thought if you put us in Mazdas, you could get clean racing? Well, we do. There it is. That was a clean pass for first by John Boy. Ollie didn't fight it too hard, probably hoping he can get some slipstream out of that deal. And slipstream he will get. How are we doing? Oh, Bud gets into the back of McFlurry. McFlurry's okay, but Bud is around. And he's going to fall into the clutches of me. No, I'm around as well. So, bad day for Grandpa. Good day for John Boy. Oh, but John Boy's got a penalty. John Boy's got a track cut penalty. And Ollie has not. So, Ollie could be about to make the most of that. Oh, Dr. Pepsi. Oh, goodness me. And then he's crashed again. He was trying to turn while they're getting back on track, and it reset him, so he turned into the barrier. So, wow. So, Dr. Pepsi, we made an event to cheer you up, and in race 1 you crashed out, and in race 2 you disconnected, and in race 3 you pitted when you didn't have to, and now in race 4 you've thrown it into the wall. In fact, you've thrown it into the same part of the wall twice. Well, some people you just can't make them happy, can you? And Bud's retired the car. Bud has retired the car, so just the 6 of us now. There's some penalties being served. Back to the front. John Boy has extended his lead. Ollie's fallen into the clutches of McFlurry, and McFlurry's got Chimp Chaser right behind him. It looks like McFlurry's got a good run, and Chimp Chaser's got a good run as well. There's some slipstream action going on here. Someone going to make a move. Before he steps out of the slipstream, he's looking for a move up the inside of Ollie. He's done it before they even get to the corner. That's an impressive amount of slipstream right there, and I think Chimp Chaser's going to try and come through as well. Oh, Ollie out very wide. Hang on to it, Ollie. You've got it. Ollie saved that. That was the save of the century right there, as he got one of the wheels on to the gravel. I'm sure his heart was beating out of his chest at that point, but now he's okay. He's got it all together. He's still, you know, down there with that old man chasing him, but well done, Ollie. Good save. Can we get past Ollie? Oh, somebody's off. Chimp Chaser lost the back end going through the first Lesmo and hit the barrier, so he'll be frustrated by that. He's last. He's lost time, and he's got a penalty to serve. That is not ideal. Ahead we've got Dr. Pepsi and myself side by side as we approach Ascari, or go into Ascari in fact. It's myself ahead in that battle. That's bought Ollie some time. Where's John Boy? Where is John Boy? He's just scarpered away. Everybody else is battling and John Boy is just doing his thing up at the front. Is this Curve Alberetta for the last time? John Boy throws it around, heads toward the line. There's still some time left, and John Boy slows down. He doesn't want to cross the line just yet. McFlurry finishes second, crashing into John Boy. Ollie. Oh, what happened to Ollie? Ollie does a handbrake turn on the finish line and manages to make himself last after being in third. So, in fact, it's McFlurry, then Dr. Pepsi, then myself, then Chimp Chaser, then Ollie. Oh, what were you thinking, Ollie? Meanwhile, John Boy has to go another lap because he timed that just wrong. It was just a bit of fun, and I hope you enjoyed it. We certainly enjoyed it. I want to say a big thank you to our channel sponsor Button Bashers for PCs, consoles, games and accessories, to our Patreon patrons who support the channel in their unique way, and to our Discord members for racing in these events. I hope we'll see you again soon. Bye bye for now.